Pro tip, getting 8 hours of sleep can help cut your phone time down to just 16 hours a day. When you watch a video of yourself and then hear your voice. POV, you have been stuck on an escalator for 2+ hours because the power went out. Friend, you have failed in your English exam. Me, impossible. 5 hours of using mobile. 5 minutes into studying. Public lobby now, awkward or on mute, public lobby then. Me talking to my girlfriend about my love for something, her not fully understanding but happily listening anyway. I'm sheeing my brains out in a porta potty at mile 13. There's no toilet paper. On my way. Hello, this is Jeffrey Goldberg, the editor-in-chief of The Atlantic. Not sure how I got added to this, but this seems quite intimate, so I'm going to leave. When I stand up to yell you know and then 10 cards fall out of my A. Sure, X is cool, but have you ever farted away a stomachache? People born in early 2010 can be underscored. Let that sink in. Sink just showed up. Thank you. I wish pets lived longer and life wasn't so expensive and cake didn't make you fat and people weren't twats. When Donald Trump sends you back to the wrong country. In breaking news, the Vatican has elected a new pope and it's a girl. Black coffee tasty waffles. Black tasty coffee waffles. I like men who take big risks. I run Photoshop Illustrator on my 4GB RAM Windows laptop. When you come home after a 9 to 5 and see a streamer who's almost half your age earning millions on the Great Wall of China. Single-use fireplace $1,500. Don't call yourself a gamer if you never played this back in the day. How can I be overly sensitive and emotionally unavailable at the same time? If I sense a hint of disappointment or ridicule from someone I care about, I crumble. I also don't effing care about anything and I isolate myself from others almost obsessively. I was booted out of the UK's rudest restaurant for calling the waitress a fat. The staff shouldn't dish out insults if they can't take them. I'm literally fine as long as I don't think about the past or the future and also the present. Buying an ergonomic pillow, buying an orthopedic mattress, sleeping on the couch. Me looking at myself on Zoom while the other person is talking. Bank, to qualify for a mortgage you need to build credit. Me, I have never missed a rent payment. Bank, oh haha, that doesn't count, it's extremely different for some reason. How chemists feel after making a rule that applies to 4 compounds and has 254 exceptions. My flirting skill when I'm in love. My flirting skill when I'm not serious. Me deciding what I'm gonna think about to keep me up at night. Future, past. When your card gets declined and the cashier says let's try again, and it goes through on the second try, so you add a Snickers at the last second like a boss. After sitting with me for 10 minutes my son stands up and says, I'm going to go do better stuff, and straight up walked away, and now I'm wondering why I never thought of doing this for every social interaction I have ever had. How many of y'all can admit you talk to yourself? I do group discussions with myself. Let's normalize packing tiramisu in your suitcase. Beautiful. Does the carpet match the drapes? It does now. I'm sick of this life. Better go grab some beers. Just got a job. 20-year-old autist. Working drive-thru at McDonald's. I'll have 2 chicken sandwiches, one with no tomato. Which one do you not want tomato on? Some brief silence and a muffled sound. Either one, man. Messed up their change too. When you see GameStop getting robbed but you remember they gave you $3 for 20 games. At the gym I said subscription instead of membership and the girl replied with lol, this isn't a pharmacy. B, that's a prescription, we both stupid. When someone suggests getting a better job when you complain about your current one. My goodness, what an idea, why didn't I think of that? How male teachers look at you when you interrupt their flirting with to ask a question about the assignment. When you're out of milk and mom says to use water for your cereal, it's wet, ain't it? ChatGPT, I would never use an AI Akinator at your service miking. 9 weeks no. You want to do it again. The creative after everyone's input. MFs be like graphics don't matter. When you wake up from that 30-minute nap, it's 4 in the morning, you're missing a sock and sweating. I want my firstborn to be a male child. Keep us posted. Today's specials: crushing dystopian sadness $2.55. Visiting Alcatraz in 2025. Visiting Alcatraz in 2026. Build dream PC. Install every launcher. Buy every game everywhere. Never actually play anything. When you step out of your car at a New Jersey gas station and everyone starts yelling at you like you broke the law, because you did. Me when I see a cockroach. Me when it starts flying. Leo 14 when he catches someone putting ketchup on a hot dog. I hate it when Americans include the year and model of a car in a story and you have to guess from context if it's a really good car or a really bad car. My husband showed up to our first date in a 1983 Chevrolet Anaconda. Haha, what a total loser or millionaire. Me, my Mexican leftovers at 2 AM. Romantic instrumental music. When you forget your backpack. Only gamers will understand. I don't want to live in interesting times anymore, grandpa. Well, that's too damn bad. What people think they would be like with superpowers. What people think others will be like with superpowers. What everyone would actually be like. What I'll learn from group projects. The information. How to work with people. How to do entire projects on my own. How much I hate people. The Walmart cashier. Me with my 12 bags of 1-minute microwave brown rice, 6 quarts plastic tub, 70% isopropyl alcohol powder free gloves and a 5-gallon bucket. When you were going to take a 20-minute nap but wake up hours later and don't know what planet you're on. Shout out to grown-up people acting like kids for YouTube money. Gotta be one of my least favorite genders. Guys, I think my phone listens to my conversations more than my actual friends do. Student is bullied. School. Tell us. Parents. Fight back. Grandparents. May I suggest the Benelli M4? Instead of 100 people versus 1 gorilla, how about we do 100 unemployed people versus 1 job application? Me watching my third once in a lifetime event. Your mom showing you all the places you missed when she told you to clean the house. Our exterminator left his notebook at our house today and, literally, this was all he wrote down. Fine, I will replace it. I'm still waiting for the day my parents will say it's all fake, we're billionaires, this was just to teach you to be humble. The original story, Netflix adaptation. Listen, I'm not the biggest fan of kids, but if a child looks at me then you bet I'm gonna smile back at them. Kids deserve to experience the world as a kind and safe place to explore, okay? But the world is not kind or safe. Then effing do your part to make it that way. Me after every minor inconvenience in life. Me watching horror when people get chilled, when a dog gets chilled. Me drinks a lot. Me pees a lot. Me. When you failed science but who cares, you just found some barrels filled with fidget spinners. Me placing a Pikachu in a microwave because I was bored. It uses Intel. Solving problems in class. Solving problems in exams. Me an intellectual judging people for making the same mistake I recently learned to stop making. When your friend says dating a single mother is continuing another guy's saved game. Nature documentary. You now have an emotional attachment to this crab. Me. Okay. Documentary. Do you promise to love him? Me. Yes, of course. Documentary. The crab is now in mortal peril. Me. Who wants to be fluent in a few languages? Who wants to take the time to study the languages? How Harley Davidson people walk into places expecting people to give a ref even though nobody does. If you tell me you're from the Midwest, this is what I assume your hometown looks like. I'm a kid at heart and a senior citizen at knees and back. Me. Nice to meet you. Person. We have met before. Me. The new Android OS update. Every Android user. That is one big pile of shit. Me judging all the Met Gala looks tonight. When I'm in a easy peasy competition and my opponent is squeezing a lemon.
Spare change. Spare change, ma'am.